Let's talk weeknight dinner. Today we're making one of my favorites. This is probably the dinner my kids request more than any other. We're making a sausage baked pasta. Super easy to make. It gets assembled and baked in just one skillet, and the result is a bubbly, cheesy baked pasta that has all of the flavors of lasagna. Hi there, I'm Nikki Sizemore. Welcome to my kitchen. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here to make this baked pasta with me. As always, if this video inspires you, don't forget to like and subscribe below, and definitely follow along for more gluten-free meals and desserts. We're gonna jump right in. Most of the action is going to happen back on the stove, but before we head back there, I'm going to make this ricotta mixture. We're gonna need 1 cup of fresh ricotta. So the ricotta will get dolloped over the pasta, lending this delicious creaminess, and it's gonna taste like lasagna, which is always a good thing. I have 1 egg. This is going to help to bind the ricotta so that it doesn't seep out into the pasta. We have some Parmesan cheese and some fresh basil. I'm just gonna slice up. You'll wanna save some basil for topping as well. Season this up, salt and pepper, and then just stir it until it's well combined. All right, I'm gonna take this back to the stove with me, grab my sausages and my garlic, and we will make the sauce. So I've got my boiling salted water. I'm gonna add the pasta, and then set a timer for a minute or 2 before the suggested cooking time. We wanna cook it under al dente because it'll finish cooking in the oven. You're gonna need 1 pound of Italian sausage, which I find is about 4 links. You'll just need to remove it from the casing like I am doing here. Now for the sauce. I'm preheating a 12-inch skillet. You could use a cast iron, an enameled cast iron, or just a skillet with sloping sides. And I'm going to add some olive oil. Just a bit, because the sausage is gonna release plenty of fat. Now that my skillet is nice and hot, I'm gonna add that sausage. And you'll wanna break it up with a wooden spoon. We're gonna cook this until it's nice and browned and crispy. This is looking pretty good. So at this point, I'm gonna add 2 garlic cloves that I've sliced. And my secret is 5 ounces of baby spinach. And we're gonna add the entire thing. I know it looks like a lot, but it cooks down to nothing. And we're gonna add 24 ounces of marinara sauce. You can absolutely use homemade marinara, but you guys, this is weeknight dinner. So just use your favorite sauce, and we'll stir that in. I'm gonna turn the heat all the way down to low at this point. And let this kind of bubble up a little bit. Scrape up any brown bits on the bottom of the skillet. That's just gonna give the sauce even more flavor. Once the sauce hits a bubble like it is doing now, I'm gonna remove the pot from the heat. Now we're going to add that pasta. We're just gonna add a 1/2 cup of straight up water. Add some seasoning. I can tell this pasta needs to be seasoned up. So take your time with this part, stirring it all together. I've got that ricotta mixture. We're gonna dollop this over top, and we're just gonna leave it as dollops. And that way, people can kind of get a little bit of the creamy ricotta, a little bit of the pasta. We're not done yet though. In my house, you can never have too much cheese, so we're gonna add some shredded mozzarella cheese over top. And then I also like to add a little bit more Parmesan on top as well. All right, this is gonna go into a 450-degree oven just for about 10 minutes until it is bubbly and cheesy. So you wanna let this cool for a few minutes before digging in. It's just a little bit hot right now, so you want everything to kind of come together. I garnish the top with some more of that fresh basil. Oh my gosh, look at that cheese. This is the kind of dinner you just put the thing right in the middle of the table and let your family go to town. So I have to go for a little bit more Parmesan on top. I am definitely a fan. All right, so this is where I like to get a little bit of the ricotta, a little bit of the cheese, definitely a little bite of the sausage. So cozy. I can't think of a better, more comforting flavor combination. That creamy ricotta to cut through the tomato sauce and the spice of the sausage. This is just one of the best weeknight meals. Also perfect for like game days and entertaining. Definitely let me know if you guys give this a try. You can leave any questions in the comments below. I can't wait to hear what you think about this sausage baked pasta. You can also find me over on Instagram at FromScratchFast if you want to tag me in your photos. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time.